we go. It comes on at 6 o'clock. Straight from Cleveland on the dot. Sports Vision on WTMB TV. Oh yeah, it's a quality sports show. Them boys be hitting the hole like you see on the new TV show. Sit back and relax, it's time again. If you didn't know, the name is SportsVision. The clock on the dot to get in the house and pick up spots. It's about that time. Yeah, it's time again. Sit back, buckle up, it's SportsVision. Them boys be asking for some more, getting the stove, sounding like me wanna flow. So I'll tell you like it did, like I said in the front. My SportsVision, watch the show, cause it's crunk.
Mika, my man Mika. Hey, he's grown up.
He has grown up.
3 or 4 years.
If you folks haven't seen Mika Williams lately, he is a fire plug. He's as wide as this desk and about that tall.
Watch him with Cleveland football.
He is, oh, I'm not kidding.
Intro, let's go.
All right. Joe Palo, as you very well know. Mike Cragen, as you may or may not know. Fajita Palo, who is back from vacation, well-deserved vacation, and Bear Cragen is over here.
She took a fall. And then
yeah, you know, he's shaking like she is now. What's up with that?
I don't know. I think it's cold in here.
You know?
I think it's cold in here.
I'm shaking a little bit.
Hey, we got some stuff we got to get after already because Walker Valley last week, we didn't get to show them because we were going in depth on the 3 area teams. We did Cleveland and Bradley last week. Got some great insight from both coaches. And we got Scott Webb and his assistants here to show you.
Swafford and German?
And we're going to meet all the players from all 3 teams and a couple little surprises for you there. And one more thing before we actually hit the road here on the whole thing. Now, whoever put that thing on the internet, did you read that about Kellen Pickle this week? 6 touchdowns? I mean, where would you get that?
And you know what? You know what that is? That reminds me, that's probably somebody that's a real computer geek.
Exactly.
That just sits there and he hears something, doesn't even check the sources, and puts it in.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, by the way, if you're watching, whoever you are, Barry Bonds, as of today, has 123 home runs.
That's right. Don't forget. Hey, and don't go back and try to edit it out later. Get your sources right.
Get it right. I mean,
that's right.
Somebody could tell that guy anything, he'd believe it.
Exactly. Hey, let's meet the Walker Valley coaches because they got a big date coming up with Cleveland. We're going to show you a couple of key dates later on also. Let's listen to Scott Webb and Eric Swafford and Ron German.
I'm Scott Webb. I'm the head football coach for the Walker Valley Mustangs, and very excited about our upcoming season. We've had some, it's been a growing process for us the last couple of years, being a new school, being the new kid on the block, and so we're very excited about the opportunity we have this year. We bring back a lot of kids that have played a lot of football the last couple of years. And so we think we have a lot of potential. We're very excited. We bring back about 8 kids that started at least 1 game offensively last year with the bulk of our offensive line returning. So we're very excited about the potential we have. Offensively, anything will be better than what we were able to produce last year offensively. So we're excited about that. Defensively, we bring back about 7 kids that have playing experience. And we get some kids back that missed because of injuries and things like that last year. So we're very excited, and we think that it's going to be a great year for Walker Valley football.
Coach, can you tell us a little bit about your special teams this year?
Special teams, we have a big loss, a big person to replace in Daniel McAllister. He did all our kicking for us the last couple years, and it's a kid that has that much talent in the kicking game. It's going to be hard to replace. We've got a kid, Brandon Morrow, who's going to be our kicker. He played soccer, very athletic young man, and he should be able to help us in terms of the kicking game, and hopefully we can develop him and make it a strong asset. We bring our punter back, Jeff Dell, who spent quite a bit of time this past year doing some camping. He went up to the Ray Guy camp at Eastern Kentucky and is really working on his game, and hopefully he can continue to develop and make our punting game real solid. The returning aspect of it, we add Tristan Simpson back this year, who was hurt in the Howard game last year, and the kid is extremely athletic and should really help us from an athletic standpoint in our returning game. So we think that we're going to really show a big improvement in special teams. It's been one of the areas that we've spent a lot of time talking about, and we're going to spend a lot of time working on, because it's an aspect of the game that we did adequately last year, but if we're going to come out and try to win some football games this year, we've got to do a much better job in special teams.
Coach, the two teams that we've spoken to today both run the wing T offense. Tell us a little bit about your offense.
Well, offensively, last year we ran the wing T up until probably about week 5, and we decided to make a change at that point, mainly in preparation for this season. So we're going to be primarily an I formation team this year. We really want to have the ability to balance ourselves offensively for the running game and the pass.
Coach, you mentioned Bubba. Tell us a little bit about him. What kind of player is he?
He's a terrific player, and he's a hard worker. He's a very physical, athletic player. I think we really seen flashes of brilliance with him at some points last year, especially defensively. And he didn't get as much offensive work last year because Cody Hicks was our fullback until he got hurt. So it's he has got a tremendous amount of potential, especially we've seen some things of what he can do offensively, but defensively. Defensively, he's done some things for us in the past. Offensively, people have really not been able to see what he can do. He's a great ball carrier. He's a great receiver out of the backfield, and he's a tremendous blocker. It's like having an extra guard in the backfield when he's out there throwing blocks. So, we look for him to really be a key asset for us offensively and defensively, for that matter. So I think our region as a whole is going to be better. A lot of people say it's one of the weaker regions in the state, and that's by record it is. We were 2-8 last year and qualified for the playoffs, and we were the 3rd seed. We weren't even the last seed. So our region has struggled, but I look for our region to have a much better showing this year. Okay. First I want to introduce Ron German. He's I guess we'd call him co-offensive coordinator. So if a play calls and it works, I call the plays. If a play call and it doesn't work, then Ron's calling the plays. So, Ron is my assistant head coach, and I wouldn't be standing up here if he wasn't on my staff. I lean on Ron more than I do anybody else, and he does a tremendous job, and really looking forward to working with him again this year, and we'll get him on up here and see what he has to say.
I'm excited about this season this year from the standpoint that we have lots of kids returning. For the past 2 years, we've had to start, I think, 4 freshmen, and then we wound up starting 7 or 8 sophomores on both sides of the ball, and now we're bringing back juniors and seniors that have experience. It's going to make us better. We've had, I guess, our growing pains for the past 2 years, and we're excited about what we're going to try to do. We're keeping it kind of simple with I formation, some misdirection, but mostly we're just going straight forward behind our line that we have a lot of confidence in. We had to replace both of our guards, but the 2 guys that stepped in have an awful lot of experience. They played quite a lot last year. So we're real confident behind our offensive line and our receiving core. Our quarterback situation looks pretty good. Everyone competing for it is doing a great job in trying to do what we want to do in balancing the offense and the defense, and balancing the passing game and the running game. So we're excited about what we're doing. The kids that bought into our system, we've been working particularly in our passing game, trying to use different terminologies and things all summer, and they've picked it up very well, and we're excited about it.
I'm very excited about our defense. Like Coach Webb said, we returned 7 starters from last year. We returned our 5 leading tacklers, which and that in Andrew Bubba Bacon and Danny Rouser. All 3 of our linebackers are back, both of our defensive ends, and our 2 safeties. Simpson, who was injured early in the year, started 2 games as a sophomore and started almost his whole entire freshman year, every game. So he has a lot of experience, even though he missed most of last year. We're running a 4-3, an aggressive 4-3. Our coverages, we're going to mix up our coverages. We're going to look in the same set, and they're going to have to guess what we're doing. We're not going to give away what we're doing to the defense or the offense.
Hey, and thanks to all the Walker Valley coaches for that insight to the Walker Valley Mustangs coming up. We are going to meet them as well as the other teams' players. And useless information department right here, I don't know, maybe they don't have a lot to do, but at my house this weekend, a friend of my daughter's, Carrie Welch, conducted an experiment and found that it does actually take 439 licks to get the center of a Tootsie Pop. Why they were doing that all day, I don't know. It seems like it'd have something to do with themselves. Carrie, I tell you, I got to give you something for your determination. Who would ever try that? If anybody else tries that and finds that number to be wrong, let us know, and we'll be back with some more great information for you on SportsVision.
Hi, dessert fellas. We have several homemade pies. Yummy. Pecan pie, blueberry, strawberry cheesecake, one of my favorites. You got milkshakes. You put a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on top of that. It's not really French.
Want to get a great $6 restaurant burger without the restaurant? The $6 burger, $3.95 at Hardee's.
Welcome back to SportsVision, the magazine, and you know, Coach Webb and his coaching staff, they look like they're ready.
That's
or
right.
sound like they're ready.
Sound like they're ready.
And they look like they're ready when we went out there and looked
They
at
got
it.
some experience. Of course, they're like everybody else right now, young, except for Cleveland, rebuilding. Cleveland's got a few spots that they're going to have new people, but overall, they look tough. Wait a minute. This just in. In a scrimmage against Ray County, Kellen Pickle has scored 3 touchdowns of over 70 yards. But the thing is, what? Now say that again.
Within 2 minutes?
Yeah, one was on a, they were back to punt, and he was the actual punter, and he threw it to himself 75 yards for a touchdown. Hey, he also long snapped it.
You're kidding me.
75 yards touchdown, all in one play, Kellen Pickle.
Hey, put that on Coach T. That's got to go on there. Let's make sure we call that guy and tell him to put that on
That's right. That one guy the one guy that uses the internet. We got to call him.
Man, I tell
Hey,
you.
listen, we've got to get on with it. Kellen Pickle, keep doing those exploits, because I'm telling you,
I mean,
it won't be long.
it's on Coach T all the time.
Here we go.
As quick as you do it, they put it on.
Walker Valley players, and we're going to show you the rest of them too. Here comes Walker Valley. Let's say hello.
I'm Danny Rouser. I'm playing fullback and linebacker this year, and I'm a senior.
I'm Dustin Bond. I play offensive line, defensive line, and I'm a senior. Trey Armstrong. I play cornerback and flanker, and I'm a senior.
Dan Gallatin, defensive end, senior.
I'm Brandon Norwood. I play split end, safety, senior.
I'm Chris Stokes. I play fullback, linebacker, and I'm a senior.
Brandon Morrow, kicker, wide receiver, I'm a senior. Jeff Dell, punter, wide receiver, and I'm a senior.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Long. I play tailback and fullback. I'm in 12th grade.
Go, John! Well, I'm Homer Earls. I'm
Jonathan Mosley, QB is senior.
I'm an actually wide receiver, DB.
My name's Tristan Simpson. I'm a running back. I'm in 11th grade.
My name's Bubba Bacon. I'm a linebacker, running back. I'm in 11th grade. My name's Paul Sora. I'm a defensive end and offensive guard, and I'm in 11th grade.
Ben Bennett, tight end, defensive end, I've been 11th grade.
My name's John Page. I'm an offensive guard and defensive tackle. I'll be in the 11th grade.
My name is Josh Morris. I'm an offensive tackle and defensive tackle. And I'm in 11th grade.
My name is Robert Brown. I'm a linebacker, a wide receiver, and I'm in 11th grade. My name is Aaron Schuyler. I'm the offensive tackle and defensive tackle in 11th grade.
My name's Seth Bowers. I'm a quarterback. I'm in 11th grade.
My name is Justin Farmer. I'm a receiver and I'm in 11th grade.
My name is Todd Gluckner. I'm an offensive running back and a defensive linebacker. I'm in the 11th grade.
My name is Jimmy Coombs. I'm offensive line, defensive end, and I'm in 11th grade.
My name's Adam.
My name is Drew Sharp. I'm a running back. I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Chris Craig. I'm an offensive center.
I'm Cody Thompson. I play offensive tackle.
My name's Andy Bryson. I play defensive end, offensive guard. I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Brendan Montgomery. I'm an offensive tight end and a defensive quarterback. I'm Blake Martin. I play offensive guard and middle linebacker.
I'm George Porter. I'm defensive tackle, offensive tackle, and I'll be in the 10th grade.
Win, tackle, both sides, so.
I love being on TV.
My name's Ryan Frazier, quarterback and defensive back. And I'm at 10th grade.
Checking the cash, checking the cash.
You got a cash emergency, you got a money mayday. We cash your personal check and then we hold it till your payday.
Checking the cash.
You want to get your money in a hurry, in a flash. You want it from a friendly place that's got a lot of class.
Checking the cash, checking the cash.
When you get a money mayday, check into cash.
And of course, we welcome you back to SportsVision, the magazine on WTMB TV, your official local television station.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Brittany Cragen, for helping out up there.
Yeah,
She is doing
doing
the
a good
buttons up
job.
there. Hey, how about that? Just first experience.
Telling you what.
She's taking television production over there at Bradley here this.
And I love my son, but Brittany sure does look a lot better than Corey does.
Well,
today.
that's true, and he's not feeling good. A little under the weather. He usually helps us. He'll be back. A couple quick notes here, real quick. We're going to move on to some more players, the area high school teams. But the 9-10 Bradley All-Stars out of Industrial Park and 11-12s. 9-10 went 3-2 in the state tournament, represented themselves well, and 11-12s went 2-2. And that Adams kid just kept hitting home runs. I think he had 2 or 3 up there at the state tournament. Of course, you remember what we covered a few weeks ago, and he was going wild.
Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh.
What? This just in.
Yes.
Earlier this morning, there was a scrimmage that was held at Bradley Central, and I scored 3 touchdowns.
Oh my God. You?
Put that on Coach T.
It was a one-on-none. Joe against
I scored 3. I didn't even know that. I mean,
if you got a camera on him, he was juking over the field. There was nobody there besides Joe.
Levante, you better watch out.
Hey, real quickly, too, we got to move on. Like I said, the Sterling Point out there. Have you noticed what the big supercenter Walmart going out there on Red Fruit Drive? Courtney and Betty McGrady, the developers and founders of Sterling Point out there developing on that land.
And you know all the
That's
folks in that part of town are going to be excited.
That's coming. There's some big things going on. Walmart Supercenter coming up. Okay, let's move on. We got to put out the Bradley Bears. Let's stick them on there. Coach Ratledge's troops are ready to go. I know you're proud
of bars.
You're proud of your son, Matt Palo, trying to make an impact on that team. Let's take a look and watch for the Palo kid. Much better looking than this guy right here.
Mini-me.
Josh Coons split in to get back.
Jay Harvey Sr., running back and defensive.
Miguel Armenta, kicker, senior. Hold it right.
Kellen Pickle split in to get back. Senior.
Kobe Walsh, kicker, senior.
Eric Schluter, tight end, fast linebacker, senior. Brian Stewart, linebacker, fullback, senior. Brandon Stewart, tight end, defensive end, Russell Davis, left guard, deep middle linebacker, senior.
Daniel Loftus, offensive tackle, middle linebacker, senior. Daniel Douglas, left guard, nose tackle, senior. Right now, right guard, defensive end, senior. Trey Mays, running back, linebacker, junior. Matt Moody, quarterback, linebacker, junior. Andrew Stewart, linebacker, running back, junior. Todd Stevenson, fullback, linebacker, junior. Dustin Gilbert, offensive guard, defensive linebacker, junior. TJ Shelby, nose guard, junior. Scott Lynn, junior, offensive guard, defensive line.
John George, offensive tackle.
Michael Stewart, offensive tackle, defensive end, junior. Eric Smith, left tackle, nose, junior. Daniel Rader, junior, offensive tackle, defensive end. Michael Owen, center, defensive end, junior.
Wes Suter, tight end, strong safety, junior.
I'm Brad Dawson, I'm split end DB, and I'm a junior.
Stephen Goodwin, tight end, defensive end, junior. Hey, I'm Adam Stroud. I'm a free safety, a split end, and I'm a junior.
Elmore, running back, defensive back, sophomore.
We're going up there right now.
Running back, defensive back, sophomore. Eric Banks,
Hey girls, y'all come down this way.
Josh Effington, I'm 16. Quarterback, defensive back, sophomore.
Watch it, Hayden.
Andrew Wallace, running back, defensive back, sophomore. Brandon Early, fullback, sophomore. Jonathan Dale, center, nose guard, sophomore.
Hi, my name's Matt Rickey. I play offensive guard and linebacker. I'm a sophomore. Tyler Wire, guard, linebacker, sophomore. Caleb, sophomore, guard, linebacker.
Cole Hill, linebacker, guard, sophomore.
Matt Palo, center, defensive end, sophomore. David Shelby, tackle, defensive end, sophomore. Jack Rock, left tackle, sophomore.
Tight end, defensive end, sophomore.
No, I'm on it. I'm going to tell you, I'm on it. Next week, I'm working with you guys. Just a web page.
Our buildings and employees do more than take up space. We're more than just checkbooks and loan applications. We are part of this community, just as the community is part of us. Our people have been here for years. We've worked alongside you at the Heart Walk in United Way. We reinvest both time and money, which adds to the quality of life in Bradley County. Any bank can lend money. It takes a neighbor to lend a hand. First Tennessee. All things financial, all things Cleveland, all things community. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sports Vision, the magazine. WTMB, Joe Palo, Mike Reagan, Bear Fajita, and the Cleveland High School Blue Raiders
That's
coming
right.
up.
We got to get them on there, and we're going to have to say goodbye right now. And if you get time, we're going to show a little Cleveland Bradley highlight because that game's coming up in the near future, and we'll be back in 167 and a half hours.
Oh, my goodness. Put that on Coach T.
Darrell Wood, outside linebacker, senior.
Philip Thomas, offensive guard, senior.
Reggie Watts, defensive end, senior.
Kevin Plummer, defensive tackle, junior.
Raphael Taylor, linebacker, sophomore.
David Reeves, kicker, senior.
Scott Sellers, offensive guard, senior.
Tim Beasley, junior, wide receiver.
Michael Williamson, fullback, junior.
Nick Owens, junior, outside linebacker. Alan Jarman, defensive end, senior.
Joel Abbott, 53, middle linebacker.
Wes Carringer, tackle, senior.
Bill Brackett, offensive tackle.
Brent Vines, left defensive tackle.
I'm
I'm Clark Gasson, number 15. I play tight end, defensive end.
Lead class.
Jerry Castile, guard, middle linebacker, sophomore.
Will Plummer, halfback, sophomore. Jay Garcia, center, sophomore.
Brandon Brown, tight end, junior.
Will Bowerman, middle linebacker, fullback, junior.
Desmond Rankin, number 11, wide receiver, DB, senior.
Tanner Shamlin, sophomore, quarterback.
Demarius Wellington, strong corner, senior.
Tyler Farley, offensive tackle.
Eric Mays, offensive tackle.
Clear road.
Thomas Fuller, offensive guard, going to be a junior. Paul Roberts, senior, offensive guard, defensive end.
Pete Miller, quarterback, junior.
Adam Jarrett, defensive back, junior.
Chase Strode, defensive end, sophomore. Robert Ridgeway, center, senior. Jerry Gibson, number 14, defensive back, Owen back. CJ Williams, cornerback, and split end, junior. My name is Lavonte Barber. I play tailback, and I'm a senior. Jonathan Gibson, Cleveland's cornerback, your quarterback. Senior. Sarah Barron, our offensive tackle, and defensive tackle, Cliff Bryant. Jameson.
Go ahead.
Jonathan Arnold, linebacker, tight end, partner / 12th grade.
Jay Davis, tailback, running back, play safety, Rashawn Johnson, Cleveland High School, 11th grade, DT.
The ball. The ball is taken by Jordan. As he looks to pass, fakes the pass, roll out, left side, taken out at about the 46-yard line, picks up the first down on the very first play from scrimmage. The Bradley Central Bears, David Jordan, again, quarterback, brings the offense to the ball, dropping back to pass, looking downfield, wide open.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 24, Jamie Harvey, from their own 47-yard line, David Jordan. Rolling right, looking downfield, throws the ball.
Harvey again.
And intercepted at the 35-yard line.
That's
by number Dietrich. Hands the ball off to number 5.
Hit.
Wellington, and Wellington is stacked up by a host of Blue Raiders. I mean, Bradley Central Bears, I should say, for